Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Thursday, a beautiful Thursday in the Ohio Valley, and we are joined by Sharon Kesselring of the Red Cross, and we're going to talk about a big event coming up next Wednesday. So we want to get everybody ready, get the information out there, make sure we share that. Sharon, how are you today?
I am great. How are you doing?
We are doing very, very well. We're going to be talking about the media blood drive that's going to take place in Wintersville, Ohio, next Wednesday, June 18th. We're going to get to that in just a second. But Sharon, as you probably know, because everybody knows it, we can't thank Valley Converting enough for all that they do for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. And Valley Converting in Toronto, Ohio, they just do a great job. Sharon, if you have any paper products that you want to recycle or take care of, they'll give them a new life. They're going to help the environment and give them a new life. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the Red Cross, because you're giving the gift of life with the Red Cross. So before we get to our big media blood drive and talk about that, we're going to hear from Valley Converting.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
And again, we can't thank Mike Biasi and his crew at Valley Converting for all that they do for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. And of course, they have a big run coming up in July 5th. It's the Biasi-Shuma 5K in Toronto. It's going to help provide a lot of services, medical services as well. And I know Mike is very much a supporter of the Red Cross. So Sharon, it works well in terms of what's going on for next Wednesday. Tell us a little bit about the media blood drive that it's become a yearly event in the Ohio Valley.
It has, and it's been going on for many years now. And once upon a time, it was a really large blood drive. People really supported this blood drive. Unfortunately, for about the past 5 years, we've started seeing a bit of a decline in numbers. And so this year, we're hoping to start that trend back upward again, because it's summertime. And though the living is easy for most people, for those that need blood, it's not so easy when it's a little hard to get. And what we find in the summertime at Red Cross is that people get busy with their summertime activities. School's out, they go on vacations, they have yard work to do, they have swimming pools to go to. It's just so many different activities, and they forget that every 2 seconds someone needs blood. And the only way to have blood on the shelf when it's needed is to have people donate blood. So we're hoping that everybody gives a brief second of their time to get on board, get online, schedule an appointment to give at the Jefferson County Media Day Blood Drive at St. Florian Hall next Wednesday from noon until 5:30.
All right, and I'm a big supporter of the Red Cross. I'm not just the Red Cross in general, but really specifically the blood drives. I've done this a long time. Remember, I think it was maybe back in high school was the first time that we were asked to roll up our sleeves and give blood, and that was well, I think the dinosaurs were roaming the earth back then. I'm not sure, but I do remember a friend of mine, Dave Williams. We were best buddies, and it was one of those deals where we gave blood. And I said, Dave, you have to eat a cookie or two, have something to drink. You need to, he didn't listen. So all of a sudden we were walking down the hallway, go back to class, and I looked behind me, and he had kind of had a moment. He had to sit down. So we went back in. I said, come on, let's have some cookies, the whole thing. And so the thing is, it's easy. And it's something that once you do it, it makes you feel good. It's almost like a little checkup. You get a little checkup when you go through, and you talk about different things, that your temperature that day, your blood pressure. You get to know that, because a lot of people go, well, I don't know what my blood pressure is, and that's important every day. So you might be able to find out something about yourself. But the most important thing, like you said, Sharon, you get to help other people, and all blood types are needed. It's not something where, well,
Right.
I'm not a specific. I'm B negative. So
Ah,
if I don't have to give, well, no, they don't need B negative. So that's not true. Any blood
that's
type,
not true.
everybody needs it. So how important is it for people to? Well, it's critically important. We know that, but just to have them, maybe take this. Maybe somebody, maybe I can explain it for somebody that's going for the first time. It can be
Okay.
a little intimidating. It can be a little because you're not sure what's going to happen, but it is literally everyone says, oh, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's maybe a pinch. It's maybe a pinch, and that's about it. It takes a little bit of time. And if you want to snack beforehand, if you want to snack afterwards,
Yeah.
be happy to do that.
Right.
What
So
has your
it's
experience
really
been like?
simple. Yeah, it is. It's just really simple. You have to be at least 110 pounds, be at least
Hmm.
17 years of age, and not have given in the past 56 days. And then just come on in. You're going to sign in. You're going to have what is super cool now is non-invasive health history checkups, because we no longer do the finger prick for a drop of blood to check your hemoglobin. We actually are able to do that non-invasively now. So it's a really cool technique. If you haven't experienced it yet, come on in and check it out. And a lot of times, that's what people say. It's they don't mind giving the blood. What they mind is that little finger prick. Well, we've done away
Uh-huh.
with it, and we're really happy to be able to accommodate folks in that way. So you're going to be in health history for several minutes, getting everything checked out that to make sure that you are eligible, that you're feeling well,
Hmm.
that your health is good enough, that you can donate blood. Because our first priority is the safety of our blood donors, and then after that, it becomes the safety of our blood recipients, making sure that the testing is done right on the blood. But after your health history is done, you're going to go into the area where you'll be on the table, you'll be with the collection staff. They're going to make sure you have a very pleasant experience. And if it is your first time, say so. They're going
Yeah.
to make sure that you're feeling fine the whole experience. Uh, Drink a lot of water before you come in and give blood.
Hmm.
Uh, if you're concerned about the iron in your blood, eat a lot of raisins the day before, or iron-rich foods.
Have a
Um,
steak.
yeah, and then, like you say, there's always those cookies afterwards. We want you to
Absolutely.
hang around with us for 10, 15 minutes. Make sure you
Hmm.
are steady on your feet before you leave. So, and once you leave, you're good. And,
Yep.
we take the blood, we process it, and this is the important part people may not understand. The blood's not ready at that moment to go to the hospital and help the patient. It takes 2 to 3 days to process that blood, to make sure that it's typed properly, that everything about that blood is proper for the person that's going to receive it. We may be utilizing multiple opportunities from that one blood donation. We may use the platelets only, and the plasma only, or the red cells only. And if you are a power red donor that day, and
Hmm.
that's somebody that's all we're going to take is just the red cells, but we're going to take 2 units of red cells from you that day.
I'm in
And
on that.
then, yeah, okay. And then, so you'll be hooked up to a little bit different machine,
Hmm.
a little bit different of an experience, but then we won't see you. It's not just 56 days. We just won't see you for 112 days then. So we're
Correct.
going to
Yep.
let you have 4 months off between donations. But you
Hmm.
can't give every couple of months, usually, if you're a single unit donor. So, yeah, it's a cool experience. It's a life saving experience. The last thing any of us ever want to hear from a doctor when a loved one's in a hospital is, well, they need several pints of blood, but unfortunately, we're not finding enough available to be able to give it to them. Let's never put anybody at risk for that. Summer is always a challenging time. Holidays are always a challenging time. People forget about us. Let's keep it first and foremost in our minds, get it done, make sure it's available, and that way nobody's going to be in jeopardy due to lack of blood.
And Sharon, we talk about on the 9 Minute Phill-Up a lot of time. We talk about greatness, about people that they achieve, they do X, Y, or Z, and we see sports is always front and center in this country, whether, no matter what the sport is, or, when people, well, that person's great at this or this, because you can see it. You can almost touch it. You can watch it. And then you can see when a firefighter, a police officer is, a hero because of what they did, or a first responder or a lifeguard, whatever the case may be. This is an opportunity for someone that might say, well, I never have an opportunity to do anything great. I don't have an opportunity to be a hero. This is it. This is as important as anything that you can do. And again, I'm talking from my own experience, and I don't want to get too over the top with it, but you just, like I said, you feel good at the end of it because you're helping someone. You have no idea who you're helping. But it seems like now, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I made, the last time I gave was back in December, early January. I believe I got an email that told me where my blood went.
Exactly.
So you can actually kind of have an idea of where it goes, but it's one of those things where you can be a hero for someone. They're probably never gonna know you. They're probably not gonna send you a note, but if you get that email, okay, 3 patients or 5 patients were helped with that blood. So it is just so important. It's kind of, when different elections come up, I'm always like, not going to tell you who to vote for, not going to tell you why you should vote, other than you just need to vote because it's your civic duty. Well, this isn't a civic duty. This is a humane duty. This is a duty as a human being to help other people. And, some people, Bill, you're just getting over the top with it. But I truly believe that. And Sharon, I'm sure you see it more up close, the immediate impact that the blood donor has on the people that are getting the blood than I do.
Well, cancer patients, you never stop to think about it, but cancer patients that are taking chemotherapy quite often need to have blood transfusions, especially of platelets. And we can utilize the platelets from your blood donation to be able to help them. People that are in emergency situations like car crashes and things like that, it's amazing how much blood they might have to have transfused. 15, 20 units, and an individual body only has like about 12 pints of blood. So it's pretty amazing when you think that somebody gets transfused with 20 units of blood because they were in a car accident and needed a lot of blood put back into their body. How many donors does that take? And stop and think too, every time there's a major disaster somewhere in the United States, there may be a blood drive or 2 or 3 or 4 that have to be canceled because that area is no longer available to be able to hold those blood drives because of the disaster. So we are constantly making sure that we have enough supply on the shelf, hoping that everybody hears our pleas, especially this summer, to make sure that everything is good for the blood supply and for the blood recipient and the families of those that have to receive blood.
We are talking with Sharon Kesselring of the Red Cross, and we are getting ready for next Wednesday. We have the big Jefferson County Media Blood Drive, and Sharon is sharing her thoughts about this blood drive and why it is critically important for everyone to give blood if you are eligible to do so. Again, I've been through it a number of times. It is easy, simple process. It might take total an hour of your day. But at the same time, an hour of your day to save 3, 4, 5 people, depending on where the blood goes and how it's used, I think it's a pretty good trade-off. And if you're ever in that situation to have to receive blood, it is critically important. So Sharon, one more time as we get ready to wrap things up, and I know you're very, very busy, so I thank you so much for pulling off into a rest area to talk with us about this blood drive. But tell me again, give me the information on the Jefferson County Blood Drive and why it is critically important.
Yeah, isn't technology great this day? Jefferson County Media Blood Drive. It is at St. Florian Hall. That's on Luray Drive in Wintersville, Steubenville area there. And it's Wednesday, June the 18th from noon till 5:30. Download the free blood donor app. That's the quickest, easiest way for you to schedule yourself into the blood drive. And then that way, like he says, you're going to get a notification of where your blood ends up. So that's a really cool thing. It makes you feel good all over again.
It really does. And the thing is, it's something that I think people don't realize how important it is. And as you mentioned, it's not just your blood may not stay here in the Ohio Valley. It may go and help someone. Maybe there's a hurricane or
Right.
a tornado and they need blood in a certain area. You can help all over the country.
That's correct. And it is a national blood supply. And though we try to keep it as local as possible, there are times that we have to reach out to other regions because we don't have enough here, or we may have to help another region because they don't have enough there. Blood is blood. We need to make sure that the person that needs it's getting it. And that's why we're set up this way.
And again, I just want to ask you this: can you download the app, or you can go online? Where can you go online to sign up?
You can go online at redcrossblood.org and just put in the zip code of the area you're wanting to do the drive at, and it'll all pop up there right there for you to go ahead and schedule your appointment.
And if you can't make it for next Wednesday to the media blood drive, they have drives, the Red Cross, all throughout the summer. There may be a place closer to your home than just that one. So there are drives all over. And there's a filter on that where you can put in the zip code, how many miles away you're willing to drive to go and see it, how long it might take to drive to go and
Right.
give your blood. So there's a lot of different filters to make it as easy as possible. Sharon Kesselring of the Red Cross, I cannot thank you enough for joining us today. Again, on Wednesday next week, Wednesday, June 18th, noon to 5:30, Red Cross, Jefferson County Media Blood Drive at Florian Hall in Wintersville. And Sharon, the final thoughts are yours for today.
So, yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for our media partners for making sure that this is as successful a day as possible. We couldn't do it without you. We especially thank those blood donors that take the time that day to come and give.
All right, Sharon, thank you very much. And the great thing is you get to learn the 2 rules today. If you don't already know them, you probably know them. And if you don't know them, they're pretty basic. But 2 rules to end the show: have fun and always try your best. Those are the 2 rules that we live by on the 9-Minute Phill-Up. So we can't thank you enough for all that you do and continued great work to you and all of the members of the Red Cross that go out and do these blood drives and go and help people after disasters and everything. We can't thank you enough for all of that.
Thank you. We really appreciate your support.
All right. Thanks, Sharon. We're going to say so long for today, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.